Dapat kawan baru nah. Woi, lagi santai kawan. Pakai. Elah.
From disturbing footage of a demon-like creature perched in a tree, casually devouring a squirrel, to terrifying clip of a ghostly head wrapped in burial cloth, staring into a house, and chilling footage of a pale figure crawling across the snow on all fours like something that shouldn't exist. These are some of the most unsettling wilderness moments ever captured on camera. Stick around because you won't want to miss a single one. Our forests may look calm and beautiful at night, but they're also home to things we're not prepared to see. And one of the most disturbing examples of that was caught on a trail camera about 2 years ago. This video was uploaded to the Y-Files subreddit by a user named Disaster527, and it's easily one of the creepiest clips you'll come across. According to the uploader, the footage came from an unknown trail camera with no background details at all. What it shows, though, is unsettling enough on its own. In the video, you can see a long, hunched, pale figure moving slowly across snowy ground. Its body shape is clearly humanoid, but the way it crawls on all fours makes it far more terrifying. The footage labels the creature as a crawler. For those unfamiliar, crawlers are said to be pale, humanoid beings, usually between 5 and 8 feet tall, often linked to cave systems and reported all over the world. What makes this even stranger is that this isn't the only type people claim to have seen. There are supposedly multiple varieties. One of the most bizarre examples is the Fresno night crawlers, creatures that look like nothing more than a pair of ghostly pants casually walking through the night. All of this really messes with your head. We grow up being told these things are just folklore, stories made up to scare people. But when footage like this keeps surfacing, it makes you wonder, if these are just stories, then how do you explain this? Back in November 1933, newspapers were going absolutely wild over reports and photos of the Loch Ness Monster. People genuinely believed that something massive might be living in our waters. But as years passed and no solid proof showed up, the hype slowly died down, until this appeared. This video was uploaded to YouTube in August 2025 and shows a girl out on a casual picnic near a lake. She's just filming the calm, peaceful scenery when suddenly, something breaks the surface of the water in the distance. And whatever it is, it doesn't look normal. The shape is huge, with a strangely formed head, nothing you'd expect from any known animal. What makes it even creepier is the size of the ripples spreading across the lake. Those waves suggest whatever surfaced was massive. You can also clearly see a rough, uneven texture rising out of the water, which only adds to how unsettling it looks. People who've already seen this clip are calling it the best evidence yet of the Loch Ness Monster's existence. Of course, not everyone's convinced. Some skeptics argue it's just an AI-generated video. Now, I've got a bit of experience when it comes to analyzing AI footage. I went through the clip frame by frame and even ran it through AI detection tools. It came back as real, with zero signs of digital manipulation. That doesn't automatically mean it's Nessie. It could just be a massive drifting log or something similar. But then again, what if it's not? What if it's something we just don't want to admit is still out there? This next video comes from somewhere in South Asia, where a group of tourists are just chilling on a trail, minding their own business, when one of them accidentally captures something that he shouldn't have. In the clip, the cameraman is casually recording the trail when he notices something moving off to the side. At first, it looks like it could be some random animal, but when he zooms in, he realizes it's not an animal at all. What shows up looks like a creepy humanoid figure peeking out from behind the there. It has long horns, a rough, earthy-looking skin texture, and a head that's unmistakably humanoid. The weirdest part is that none of the other tourists seem to notice it at all. It's perfectly camouflaged, blending into the surroundings, except the cameraman somehow catches it at just the right moment. After digging around a bit, I realized this thing looks eerily similar to what's described as a Necronomicon entity, beings often linked to demons or spirits, said to be summoned through forbidden grimoires, known as the Necronomicon. Honestly, this video is exactly why I've started hating these kinds of trails. You never know what's watching you from the trees, or when something like this might decide to step out. A quiet walk through the woods can turn into a nightmare in seconds, especially when you realize you're not alone out there. This strange case comes from a video that resurfaced online after the Irish Sun published several screenshots taken from it. The original clip reportedly showed a mysterious figure moving through a forest in Crimea, and those few frozen frames were enough to spark serious debate. In the screenshots, a tall, dark, ape-like figure can be seen standing among the trees. Its proportions look off: long arms, a bulky upper body, and a posture that doesn't quite resemble a normal human. The way it appears mid-movement makes it look like it's bounding through the forest rather than walking, which only adds to how unnatural it seems. What really unsettles people is how clearly the figure stands out against the trees. It doesn't blend into the background like a shadow or trick of the light. Instead, it looks solid, heavy, and very much present. In one frame, it appears partially turned, almost as if it's aware it's being watched. Once these screenshots began circulating, reactions were split. Some viewers immediately compared the figure to classic Bigfoot or Yeti descriptions, pointing out its size and shape. Others argued it could be a person in a costume, possibly linked to a nearby commercial shoot or prank. Still, no official explanation ever fully cleared things up, and the images continue to resurface whenever discussions about convincing Bigfoot sightings come up. When it comes to Bigfoot sightings, Utah never stays quiet. And back in 2016, the state produced what many people still consider one of the most realistic pieces of evidence for Bigfoot's existence. The video itself was recorded in 2016, but wasn't uploaded until August 12, 2023, when St. George News shared it on YouTube. According to them, the clip breaks down a possible Bigfoot sighting that had stayed hidden for years. In the footage, a massive figure can be seen high up among the trees near a river. Even from a distance, its size immediately stands out. The figure looks bulky and upright, with proportions that don't really match any animal known to live in that area. What's especially creepy is how easily it's moving, like it knows the jungle pretty well. The clip dates back to the spring of 2016, but the person who recorded it kept it private for years. Apparently, they weren't sure how people would react and didn't want the attention. It wasn't until they discovered the channel that shared it that they finally felt comfortable submitting what they had captured. Honestly, videos like this really make you think. How many strange things are out there, hiding in plain sight, in places we walk past every day, just because we're not looking in the right direction? On the night of March 25th, 2025, Ormond Beach, Florida had a unique visitor that completely shocked the internet. The footage was captured by a security camera, and it shows what looks like a bright, otherworldly orb floating in the air. The orb gives off a bluish glow and moves slowly, smoothly, without any visible source, wires, or anything controlling it. It almost looks like it's moving on its own, like it has a mind of its own. Now, if we try to think logically, the first thing that comes to mind is a drone. But that's where things get weird. The movement is way too smooth and slow, not really how drones usually behave. There's no sudden direction change, no mechanical wobble, just a calm, controlled glide through the air. Whatever this thing was, it didn't feel lifeless. So what do you think it was? A drone? Some kind of rare phenomenon? Or something we're not supposed to see? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Maybe we'll all sleep a little more peacefully tonight. This next video was uploaded on X and quickly blew up after capturing something strange going on in the hills of Puebla, Mexico. In the clip, recorded by a local, you can see weird flickering lights along the edge of a hillside. The lights don't look random either. They seem to be coming from something solid hidden behind the bushes. Some people think it looks like a saucer or some kind of extraterrestrial object tucked away in the hill. Others are saying it straight up looks like a spaceship that landed there. Or even that the hill itself has been transformed into some kind of hidden base. Yeah, it sounds wild, but the visuals are definitely unsettling. With no real explanation or background info, the internet has already gone into full meltdown mode. People are arguing non-stop, calling it everything from a secret government experiment to aliens trying to hide themselves in the hills. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure, something about it just doesn't feel normal.
Sí, sí. Pero, hasta allá, pues deben ser buenos kilómetros. Sí. O metros, no sé, pero...
Some of the most unsettling discoveries aren't found deep in the wilderness, but right on the edge of places people call home. This case comes from a quiet farm near Medicine Lodge, Kansas, where a game camera mounted on a fence post captured something disturbing at 3:17 a.m. The footage shows two extremely tall, thin humanoid figures moving along the edge of a wheat field. Their bodies look unnaturally elongated, almost shadow-like, and they move with a smooth, gliding motion rather than normal footsteps, similar to descriptions from cases like the Fresno Nightcrawler sightings. The farmer noticed the footage the next morning while checking the camera, but the video wasn't the only thing that bothered him. When he went out into the field behind where the figures passed, he found a large circular area pressed into the wheat. The edges were clean, the stalks were bent into a swirl, and there were no footprints, tire tracks, or signs of equipment. The plants weren't broken or burned either, just neatly flattened. Crop circle researchers later pointed out that the formation looked similar to ones reported on isolated Midwest farms in the 1970s and 80s. In those cases, circles appeared suddenly, often after reports of strange lights. Investigators at the Kansas site also recorded a small electromagnetic anomaly inside the circle, which added another layer of confusion. Some local residents have quietly mentioned seeing tall figures near fields over the years, usually late at night and always without sound. Why something like this would happen on a farm is still unclear. Some theories suggest open fields make good reference points or testing areas. Others bring up odd livestock behavior and unexplained animal disappearances reported in rural areas. There's also the idea that whoever or whatever is behind these sightings could be studying the land itself. This footage dates back to 2008 and was recorded in the forests near Vancouver, British Columbia by a small Bigfoot research team. It wasn't meant to capture anything unusual. They were simply documenting their time in the woods when they noticed something strange in the distance.
God, it's working, good man. Can you see? Oh my gosh. See? Oh. 3. And in a different position. That's cool.
Hovering between the trees were 3 glowing orbs, arranged in a clear triangular formation. What stood out immediately was the number. There were 3 people in the group, and there were 3 orbs watching from afar. The orbs didn't dart away or disappear once they were noticed. Instead, they stayed where they were, almost as if they were observing the group just as carefully. According to the researcher who recorded the footage, seeing orbs in the woods wasn't unusual for him anymore, but this encounter felt different. In previous cases, the lights would vanish as soon as attention was drawn to them. This time, they lingered. That detail alone made the footage unsettling, especially given how still and deliberate the lights appeared. Years later, the video resurfaced with a private message to the researcher claiming that forests at night are far more active than people realize. It warned that Sasquatch aren't always harmless, that some are closely monitored while others are dangerous, and that entering deep woods at night can lead to encounters people may never remember.
Lights, there are 3 of them, and they seem to be on this side of the trees. Do they know?
The message went further, suggesting Sasquatch aren't fully earthly, possess advanced technology, and are linked to other non-human intelligences. It claimed encounters are often controlled or erased from memory. The sender remained anonymous. None of this can be verified. Still, combined with the footage, it raises an unsettling thought. The orbs weren't random. They lingered. They watched. And if the researcher is right, the unsettling part isn't what people see in the woods at night. It's how much might be watching without ever being noticed. Early morning on December 4th, 2025, a farmhand in Mason Ridge, a small Midwestern town, snapped a photo that's been getting a lot of attention online. It looks like some kind of upright, dog-like creature being restrained and taken out of a cornfield, right in an area where locals have long talked about the Ridge Weaselman, a cryptid said to roam barns and woods at night. For years, people around here have shared stories about a tall, hunched figure with long limbs, glowing eyes, and a weird, almost human way of moving. Most folks wrote it off as just a scary story, but witnesses at the scene say the creature let out low, guttural growls unlike any animal, and a few neighbors even reported hearing livestock screaming right before authorities showed up. Officials haven't said exactly what was caught, but the photo alone has sparked a lot of debate. Honestly, if it's real, Mason Ridge might have just delivered the first legit evidence of the Ridge Weaselman. And suddenly those old backwoods stories don't feel so fake anymore. This next video was uploaded on a YouTube channel called Mr. Horror and comes from a paranormal explorer on what he calls his most terrifying venture yet. In the clip, he's checking out an abandoned building when the camera captures something that really shouldn't be there. If you slow the footage down, you can see it. Right in the doorway, there's something like a head peeking from behind the wall. It's staring straight at the explorer, like it's waiting for him, watching his every move. But when they cautiously check around the corner, there's nothing there. Just empty, silent space. Experiences like this are apparently pretty common in abandoned places. These are the spots where the unseen seems to hang out, and when it gets disturbed, well, that's when the creepy stuff happens. Two friends lived right on the edge of a quiet, untouched forest, just outside the city. When plans to build a new subdivision came up, rumors started spreading about a witch who attacked anyone who dared step into her woods. Figuring it was all just stories, the friends decided to head into the forest to prove nothing was there, and that decision quickly became their worst mistake. According to them, what they saw was the Blair Witch from the old local rumors. In the footage, a dark figure can be seen crouching among the trees. It is dead still, almost like it's watching, and its all-black, shadowy form doesn't look quite human. It's hard to say if it's just someone messing around, but there's something about the way it looks that feels wrong. Even watching the video later, the friends couldn't shake the feeling that something in those woods wasn't meant to be disturbed. Moving into a new house is supposed to be exciting, but for one man and his dogs, it quickly turned into something straight out of a nightmare. One midnight, his dogs started barking like crazy, nonstop. When he went outside to check, he saw a strange woman at his door. She said she was there to bless him, but when he told her to leave, she didn't budge.
It's midnight. What are you doing here? Leave now. It's midnight. We're not playing anymore games. They're gonna come out.
He warned he would release his dogs, but she just kept coming closer. Then, as he turned to open the door and glanced back, she was gone. Completely. No trace, no sound, nothing.
She disappeared.
The man says this wasn't the first time she had shown up. Every time she radiated a chilling, vampire-like energy that made the hair on his neck stand up. Whatever she was, it wasn't human, and the way she vanished out of nowhere, that's the kind of thing that makes you sleep with the lights on forever. The internet is talking about a short video that recently went viral. This next video comes from a small house where the owner was sleeping, until he suddenly woke up feeling a presence nearby. When he looked around, he noticed something peeking through a gap in the wooden wall. Curious and clearly regretting it immediately, he zoomed in with his camera, and that's when he realized just how bad things were. What you see looks like a black head with glowing eyes, wrapped in a white cloth. People who've seen this clip are calling it a pocong, a terrifying ghost from Indonesia that shows up as a corpse wrapped in a burial shroud called a kafan. Honestly, whatever this thing is, I have no idea why this guy is sleeping in a house with gaps in the walls like that. Not for $1 million would I do that, that's for sure. What is this thing my friend's uncle caught on his trail cam? This next trail camera image was uploaded to Reddit, and ever since then it's left a lot of people on the internet feeling uneasy. The image shows a deer standing perfectly still in the darkness. Just behind it, there's a tall figure lingering in the shadows, close enough that something about it feels wrong. No one who's seen the photo can agree on what it is. Some say it's a person. Others are convinced it's anything but human. According to the post, the photo was captured late at night in the woods by a friend's uncle, and since then, one question has been hanging in the air like breath on a cold night. What was standing behind that deer? The most rational explanation is that it was just a person, maybe someone passing through the area without realizing a trail cam was there. But there's one detail that keeps people from fully settling on that idea. If it really was a human, why didn't the deer react at all? And if it wasn't human, then what else can get that close to wildlife without being noticed? Mothman caught on camera. When it comes to ranking the most terrifying cryptids, nothing really tops the list like the Mothman. And this next video might just show you why. It's a YouTube short from an Indonesian village where a normally peaceful night turned into absolute chaos. While people were sleeping, a neighbor spotted something demon-like perched on a tree branch and quickly called everyone over. In the recording, you can see just how freaky this thing is. It's got glowing, demonic eyes, hands that look like they're holding and eating a squirrel, and horns that make it look straight up hellish. Some people are calling it a Mothman, but honestly, to me it looks like something that escaped straight from hell. So, what do you think, Mothman? Or something we should really start being scared of?
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan. Pakai.
Terrifying red-eyed creature caught on camera in woods. It was May 14th, 2025, and Robert was out walking his dog in the woods on a full moon night. At first, it was just a normal evening, until his dog started barking like he'd never barked before, frozen in place, staring into the darkness. Robert called for him, but the dog wouldn't budge. That's when he noticed a dark figure lurking among the trees, barely visible in the moonlight. Its glowing eyes were locked on his dog, like it was sizing it up as prey. Before Robert could even react, the thing let out a low, guttural growl, and that was all it took. Heart racing, he grabbed his dog and ran as fast as he could, straight out of the woods, not daring to look back.
Moon tonight, yo. Full moon tonight. I don't know what the hell. What the hell is that? What the f is that, y'all?
Even after leaving, he couldn't shake the image. What exactly had been out there? A wild animal, a cryptid, or something far stranger? Whatever it wasn't something you'd want to run into alone in the forest at night. They say the forest comes alive at night. I thought they meant the usual nocturnal creatures, but nothing this terrifying. This next video comes from a camper who was out in the woods when he heard a loud howling sound from a distance. It didn't sound like any animal we know, and it felt predatory. Sure, mountain lions and even foxes make noise at night, but the echo, the sheer volume, and the way it carried were all off. Something about it just didn't feel natural. Honestly, whatever that thing was, I pray I never encounter it in my life. And as for the camper, hopefully he was okay, and that he's the one who uploaded the video, not some random person who just found the camera. Heart-stopping clips of cryptids stalking you from the darkness of the forest, and even footage of a thief snake. If you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure. This hiker's video looks like something straight out of a scary story. It shows a dark forest at night, but what's truly chilling is a pair of glowing red eyes peering back from the distance. The faint outline of a figure suggests something humanoid, but the darkness hides its details. Those eyes, though, burning red and filled with an unsettling feeling, hold the hiker's attention. For a tense few moments, the eyes stare right at the camera, sending shivers down your spine. Then, in a movement that makes the blood run cold, the figure raises a hand as if in warning. The video cuts out abruptly, leaving us wondering what happened next. Did the hiker flee in terror? This encounter is a reminder of the strange and mysterious things that might lurk in the deep woods, especially at night. Hikers often stumble upon amazing sights in nature, but this encounter might be a bit too realistic. A hiker recently captured footage of a strange figure standing in the woods, so lifelike it nearly gave him a heart attack. The video shows a tall wooden figure with what seems like a tiny person inside. As the hiker gets closer, they discover it's not a magical creature, but an incredibly detailed and realistic statue. The carving is so lifelike, it could easily be mistaken for a mythical forest spirit. While the encounter was certainly surprising, the statue's craftsmanship is truly impressive. The intricate details and beautiful artistry are undeniable. However, I suggest that the artist might want to reconsider placing such realistic artwork deep in the woods, as it could be quite a shock for unsuspecting hikers. Remember those magical creatures we dreamt of as kids, like unicorns? Well, this video from Uzbekistan might rekindle that childhood wonder. The video features a truly unusual sight. A steer with 3 horns. It has the typical 2 horns of its kind, but also a single straight horn right in the middle, reminiscent of a unicorn. This special steer, raised by a village in Uzbekistan, became quite the local celebrity. Some even went as far as calling it a divine being reborn, while the extra horn could be a result of a genetic mutation, similar to how some animals are born with extra limbs. These mutations are happening more often these days. The big question now is, what do we call this amazing creature? It's not quite a unicorn, since it's a steer, not a horse. Can you think of a cool name for this one-of-a-kind animal? Have you seen this doorbell camera footage from California? It's causing a stir online, with people debating whether it's real or a hoax. The video shows a strange humanoid figure approaching a porch and looking right into the camera. Its long, wiggling fingers and bulging eyes are definitely creepy. The figure makes odd hand gestures for a full minute before darting away. It's certainly unsettling, especially considering it happened in the middle of the night. But take a closer look. This might not be a paranormal encounter after all. The figure's unmoving pupils within the bulging eyes suggest a mask, and my guess is that it is not a real creature. I think this is an elaborate Halloween prank, and whoever did it deserves a round of applause for creepiness. This next story may be disturbing for some, so please proceed with caution. And I know it isn't really thematic for the channel, but this one really shocked me, and I wanted to share with you. In December 2022, doctors in China treated an unusual medical case that shocked many people. In an extremely rare situation, they performed surgery to remove a fetus from the brain of a 1-year-old child. It all started when the child's parents noticed they were developing motor skills slower than expected. Further tests revealed an enlarged head and fluid buildup in the brain. Using a magnetic resonance imaging scan, doctors made a shocking discovery that a malformed fetus was present inside the child's skull. This condition, called fetus in fetus, is incredibly rare, affecting only about 1 in 500,000 births. While the exact cause is unknown, it happens during development when one twin becomes absorbed by the other. Thankfully, the fetus was surgically removed. However, it's unclear how the child fared after surgery, as the information isn't readily available online. We can only hope they made full recovery. This next video is one of those that makes you scratch your head and wonder, is it real or a clever fake? The footage comes from South America and shows a bizarre creature sprawled out on a bench. The thing looks like something straight out of a movie. It has strange, smooth skin, and its legs seem to blend into its tail. Its arms, and especially its face, are unlike anything we've seen before. While the creature doesn't move in the video, making it look dead, its body seems too well preserved to be a decomposing animal. The arms also have a weird membrane connecting them to the body, similar to flying squirrels. This detail suggests it might have been able to glide or even fly. To me, the creature looks almost too perfect. It's hard to tell if it's a real alien or a very well-made prop, maybe for a horror movie promotion. One thing's for sure, if you ever stumbled upon something like this lying next to your house, seeing it, your heart would probably skip a couple of beats. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. This video, originally shared on Reddit in 2012, has gained attention for its creepy content and supposed government involvement. However, it's important to approach such claims with a critical eye. The video, allegedly filmed by 2 teenage brothers in 2011, shows them playing with a trampoline. As one brother films the other performing tricks, something strange appears in the background. The cameraman zooms in, revealing a figure resembling the Slender Man, a tall, faceless entity from online horror stories. The video then cuts short as the brothers, supposedly terrified, run away. Following this, the uploader on Reddit claims the original upload was removed by the US government, sparking speculation and questions about the legitimacy of the video and the government's alleged involvement. This video from Canada shows a rabbit with some unusual zombie-like features. But fear not, it's not a zombie apocalypse. The homeowner filmed the rabbit in their backyard, zooming in to show strange growths on its head. These black spikes you see might look scary, but they're actually caused by something called a papillomavirus. Papillomaviruses are actually quite common, affecting both humans and animals. In animals, they cause growths called warts, which is what you see on the rabbit in the video. While the warts might look a bit bizarre, they aren't a sign of a zombie virus. It's understandable to feel bad for the rabbit though. These warts can be uncomfortable, and in some cases, they can even be serious. Also, papillomaviruses are usually fatal. So next time you see a weird-looking animal, remember, it's probably not a zombie. It's more likely a common virus causing an unpleasant condition. This video from Africa captures a dramatic encounter, a battle between 2 snakes. It takes place on a road, where one snake appears to be gaining the upper hand. They are coiled around each other. However, the patterned snake has managed to swallow almost half of its opponent's body. While the video shows a one-sided fight, it's important to note that snakes don't typically seek out their own kind as prey. They share similar resources and food sources, so eliminating another snake through eating as seen here, removes a competitor. I stumbled upon this video on Reddit, and let me tell you, the red blobs hanging from the ceiling are unlike anything I've ever seen. At first glance, they look kind of like fruit, but the more you watch, the weirder they get. These blobs have a strange, almost slimy texture, and there's even some goo dripping down from them. I did some research online to see if they could be spider eggs, but nothing matched what's in the video. The whole scene is seriously creepy, and it makes you wonder what these things really are. Are they some kind of unknown cave creature? Alien eggs from another world? Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you've seen something similar before, or have an idea of what they might be. If this video turns out to be a prank, I'll seriously plead with my friends to steer clear of attempting such antics on me because I'm not sure my heart could handle it. The video hails from India, showcasing footage from a security camera. In the nighttime scene, a strange creature emerges on the street. This creature is downright weird and creepy from every angle imaginable. It boasts long humanoid legs, but lacks any upper body, with just a flat circular surface up there. The way it strolls while maintaining balance is genuinely unsettling. Some viewers suspect it's a prank, suggesting the person might have concealed their upper body inside their shirt. Yet, to me, it seems nearly impossible for someone to hide their entire upper body, arms, and head in such a confined space. This Indonesian homeowner caught a hilarious moment on camera. In the clip, we can see a large snake could be seen slithering by the homeowner's front door. And she got a bit of a scare. In the moment, she tossed a slipper at the snake, thinking it would scare it off. But something unexpected happened. The snake actually grabbed the slipper in its mouth and made a quick getaway. It's funny to see this large snake slithering away with a slipper dangling from its mouth. While the situation is definitely unusual, it's important to remember that the snake was likely just trying to defend itself and escape the homeowner's reaction. The video ends with the snake disappearing into the field, slipper in tow. It makes you wonder what would happen if these thief snakes got common and went after something a little more valuable, like our phones. This video takes us to the Mojave Desert, where an oil field worker captured something unusual while on the job. While working at the site, the worker noticed movement in the distance that drew their attention. They quickly started recording and managed to capture a truly scary sight. In the video, we see a tall, humanoid figure slowly walking along a trail. The creature's gait is peculiar, and it appears to be hunched over. Its long, elongated hands are reminiscent of a Bigfoot. After a brief stroll, the mysterious being disappears behind a bush. Some viewers have speculated that it could be a skinwalker, but based on the creature's appearance, it seems more likely that it was a local forest-dwelling Bigfoot. Whatever it was, it undeniably presented a strange and mysterious sight. This video is like something from a nightmare. It was recorded by a security camera and shows a view of a house driveway. Right at the beginning of the video, a humanoid creature that walks on all fours comes into view as it approaches the house. As this creature gets closer to the camera, its appearance becomes clear. It is completely naked with a human-like body. At first glance, you might think it's just a person acting strangely. But the way this creature moves on all fours, hunched over, is incredibly unusual. It displays remarkable agility as it moves all around the house, coming into the view of multiple cameras. The motives of this eerie cryptid remain unknown, but I'm quite certain that they were far from friendly. Two friends were out for a night ride on their snowmobile in the Canadian wilderness, and they ended up having an unforgettable experience. This video, likely recorded with a GoPro or a mobile phone, shows their snowmobile traveling through the snowy forest. The light from their vehicle illuminates their path, and they have their loyal dog with them. They're having a good time, riding through the snow, when suddenly, their dog starts barking and acting anxious.
What are you barking at?
The friends are puzzled at first, trying to figure out what's bothering their dog. Then, out of the darkness, something truly eerie becomes visible. A tall, humanoid figure standing there. The friends quickly realize what their dog sensed, and they hit the gas, speeding away from this strange and scary encounter. This humanoid figure appeared to be skinny and exceptionally tall, just standing there, possibly waiting for who knows what. It was a truly chilling experience. Imagine, you wake up one day, step out onto your balcony, and direct your gaze towards the sky, only to be greeted by an unusual square-shaped object hovering up there. In this video, captured by a resident from their apartment balcony, we're treated to a sky view that showcases this square flying object. This peculiar object stands out as it lacks the conventional features we associate with known aircraft. Adding to its mystique, the object seems to remain perfectly still without any discernible movement. For those observing this video, the notion that this could be an unidentified flying object comes to mind. However, the absence of movement raises questions about its true nature. Some might speculate that it's a weather forecasting device undergoing testing, but without concrete evidence, the mystery remains unsolved. This footage was captured by a home security camera in New Mexico, and it showcases the appearance of an unidentified humanoid creature. The creature was reportedly moving in a southern direction. In the security camera recording, we witness a humanoid figure sprinting across the driveway in a fraction of a second. This creature's physical characteristics and posture are undeniably strange. It possesses a hunched back, very thin legs, and appears completely naked. The head of this creature even resembles that of an alien. However, the video quality is somewhat blurry when zoomed in, preventing us from making a definitive identification. Regardless, the presence of such a creature in one's driveway would undoubtedly be an unsettling experience. This video, originating from Russia, showcases the sheer force of nature in action. Recorded by a mountain climber, the footage captures a distant mountain peak adorned with trees. What's particularly intriguing is that one of the trees starts moving in an unusual and unsettling manner, as if someone with immense strength is holding and swaying it on the peak. This peculiar straight-line movement suggests a powerful force at play, possibly a colossal, unidentified forest creature. While one plausible explanation could be a feller buncher, a heavy machinery used for cutting trees, the tree's eerie motion remains quite mysterious. Trail cameras are fantastic for capturing the unseen mysteries of the woods, but sometimes they reveal things we weren't meant to witness. In this nighttime trail camera footage, a group of deer stands attentively, clearly spooked by something lurking in the dark ahead. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerges, its body reflecting the light from the trail camera. The deer remain on high alert, fixated on this mysterious presence. Just as swiftly as it appears, the shadowy creature vanishes into the darkness once more. This encounter was undeniably unsettling for these unsuspecting deer, and one can only hope they remained safe from this enigmatic entity. Have you ever heard of the creature known as Mothman? Mothman sightings were reported in the Point Pleasant area from 1966 to 1968, and newspapers were filled with accounts of these appearances. Mothman is a creature with a combination of humanoid and moth-like features, and its appearance can be quite scary and unsettling. But if you think you're safe now because the last sighting was in the 1960s, you might be mistaken. This video comes from Iran, where a villager investigates strange noises emanating from a nearby mountain. As he approaches with a flashlight, he spots a truly eerie figure resembling Mothman perched on the peak ahead. The creature has a red head and is enveloped in wings, and the reflection of its eyes in the flashlight's beam is particularly chilling. This video adds yet another mysterious creature to the list of things that give me the creeps. I don't understand why explorers often choose to explore the scariest and most dangerous places, and sometimes they do it at night. This video is from an abandoned property that an explorer decided to investigate. In this particular video, the explorer is exploring a cabin deep within the woods. As they venture inside, they suddenly hear a truly unsettling scream that seems to come straight out of a demon's nightmares. This blood-curdling scream startles the explorer, causing them to step back. After mustering up some courage, the explorer decides to record inside the cabin, and we catch a glimpse of the demon-like creature. It appears to be a small humanoid creature with naked skin, and it gives off a hostile and protective vibe, guarding its territory and warning the explorer to stay away. We should be grateful that the explorer heeded the demon's warning and didn't venture inside, as who knows what might have happened if they did. One of my biggest fears is strange occurrences in the sky, and this video is like a scene from a nightmare. Recorded in California, the video captures a bizarre, eerie noise emanating from the night sky.
What could be the cause of that?
The sound is deep, with an eerie echo, and it includes loud rumbling. Some viewers have suggested that it might be caused by heavy construction machinery, which could be a reasonable explanation. However, the sound seems to spread oddly in the open sky, making it challenging to pinpoint the source. Additionally, there are no visible structures in the video that could reflect the sound and create such noises. This noise was truly strange, and if it's a rare natural phenomenon, I hope someone can shed light on it by leaving a comment below so we can all learn more about it. Imagine you're in your apartment, fast asleep, and suddenly you hear strange noises coming from the roof. You decide to step outside to investigate, and to your surprise, you spot a creepy creature perched up there, staring right at you. In a video, we can see the creature on the roof of an apartment building. It's quite large, but it's hard to make out its appearance due to the darkness. This creature is fixedly gazing at the person recording the video. What's truly eerie about these encounters is that we have no idea what these creatures want or what their intentions might be. Hopefully, this creature was just curious about the weather up there and returned to wherever it came from. It's not a good idea to venture into the dark with just a flashlight when you hear strange noises. In a video, a couple heard something outside their house and decided to record as they checked out the source of the noise. The wife walked around and inspected the property while the husband joined her. While she was checking around, she shone her flashlight on the storage room door, and there, a face appeared. This face didn't look human, it resembled a cryptid. Surprisingly, the wife didn't notice it while taking this video. Only once she checked the recording again did she spot that strange thing. It was quite scary to think that this cryptid was lurking in the darkness and the couple still hadn't seen it. This video comes all the way from Russia, and it claims to show a real sighting of the legendary Yeti. In the video, we're in a snowy place, and then, out from behind a tree, a massive creature appears. When you see it, you'll notice just how big this creature is, especially when you compare it to the nearby trees. It's covered in white fur, which might make you think of a polar bear at first, but its sheer size is pretty startling and unusual. What's even more strange is that when this creature takes a few steps, you can see its entire body, and it's standing on two hind legs. Polar bears typically can't do that. So if it's not a polar bear, could it be the legendary Yeti? Or perhaps something even more mysterious and cryptic than that? A group of construction workers, busy with their pipe laying job, started hearing unusual sounds coming from one of the sewer holes. They got curious and decided to investigate. In the video, you can hear the workers discussing the strange noises coming from the sewer. As they work, one of the workers, recording the scene, moves closer to the sewer hole to get a better look. Suddenly, a weird and creepy head pops out for just a moment before disappearing. This really spooks the workers, and they quickly step back, looking quite startled. Upon closer examination, that mysterious head appeared to be that of a lady ghost. It had a dark complexion and some very odd, alien-like eyes. After this eerie encounter, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these construction workers thought about quitting their jobs the next day. I think horses are some of the most loyal and powerful animals around, but there are things that can even frighten these strong-willed creatures. This video is from a horse stable, showing us the view of the stable with horses in it. Out of the blue, one of the horses gets spooked, as if it sensed some kind of danger nearby. All the other horses in the stable also become uneasy and anxious, like something has entered their space and is causing them fear. After a while, we get to see what's causing all this commotion. It turns out to be a strange, unknown creature. This peculiar entity comes into contact with one of the horses and seems to be doing something to it. The horse, after this encounter, is really scared and calls out for help. What do you think this odd-looking creature could be? Could it be a ghost? This video comes from a hiker who was out exploring the beauty of nature but stumbled upon something quite remarkable. In the video, we're looking at a scene with bushes, and there's someone standing behind those bushes. This figure or creature appears to be covered in black fur. At first, it seems like it might be a bear or a gorilla lurking behind the bushes. However, things take a surprising turn when this figure suddenly stands up, revealing that it's actually a humanoid figure. This unexpected sight spooked the hiker, who wisely decided to make a quick retreat to safety, just in case this strange being decided to follow. Many viewers of this video suggest that it could be the legendary Bigfoot, but the bushes concealing it make it a bit harder to say for certain. Regardless of what it might be, this creature's behavior did give off a somewhat eerie vibe. It's always a good idea to stay away from things you don't understand, or things that might be more powerful than you. This video takes place in Canada, and shows a snowy forest area. The person behind the camera seems quite alarmed, possibly because something is chasing them or making them nervous. The camera person zooms in on the woods in the distance, trying to capture whatever it is that's bothering them. Then, they spot a dark humanoid figure walking in the woods. Realizing this, the camera person decides to run away in a hurry. This figure, based on its towering height and the way it walks like a human, seems to resemble the legendary Bigfoot. The hiker also mentioned that they had seen this thing stalking them before, which explains why they were so frightened and uneasy before recording the video. This video was taken in Wessex back in 2007 using a traffic camera. In the video, we're looking at a Wessex highway with cars traveling as usual. Out of the blue, something very strange and fast across the highway. It crosses the road incredibly quickly, even leaping over the highway fence effortlessly. In terms of its appearance, this creature was quite eerie. It had a naked body and a hunched back, making it look somewhat like the mythical creature known as the rake. Also, its body shape was oddly reminiscent of the Azawak dog breed, but it had a human-like head. The way it moved and its appearance gave it a posture and looked like a dog or a wolf, which has led some to wonder if it might be a werewolf. You've probably seen many videos of mysterious creatures caught on camera, but have you ever witnessed a strange creature sighting on live TV? In this video, it's during an interview on a popular TV channel where a lady is talking about a rally track. While she's giving the interview, something peculiar is happening in the background. There's a ghostly figure floating near the lady's head, and this figure doesn't have a clear, definite shape. It's slowly changing into an irregular form. At first glance, it might seem like a ghostly figure, but there's also a reasonable explanation. It could simply be the lady's hair, and it appears that way due to the quality of the camera. However, no matter what it is, it's undeniably a strange and unexpected sight. This family was enjoying their summer vacation on their farmhouse when they came across something truly unusual. In the video recorded by family, we're looking at a field, and in the distance, there's a dark furred humanoid figure strolling along. You can hear the family's voices filled with confusion and amazement as they try to figure out what this creature might be.
You do.
What on earth?
That's not a deer.
You did. That can't be that's not a cow. It's walking on 2 feet.
This creature doesn't quite match anything they're familiar with. While it might look a bit like a bear, gorilla, or ape, the way it walks and carries itself doesn't resemble any of those animals. The person who uploaded the video, one of the family members, firmly believed that this was an actual sighting of Bigfoot, mainly because of its tall and human-like appearance. What do you think about this mighty creature? Hearing strange and eerie noises in the pitch-black darkness can be quite frightening, and that's exactly what these kids experienced. In the video, there's a brother and sister recording something in the darkness when suddenly a really scary and weird noise, like rumbling and screaming, breaks out.
Wait, I see something. It's coming towards. What was that white thing? Look at what happened.
The sister thinks it might sound like an animal in distress or calling for help. The brother, on the other hand, notices something moving in the distance and mentions that he sees something coming toward them.
Wait, I see something. It's coming towards.
It's indeed a strange and unsettling encounter. Many questions arise, such as why these kids are out there in the pitch darkness late at night, and where their parents might be. This video is like something out of a scary nightmare for many of us. It was recorded at a pipeline station, where the camera person was inspecting the pipeline with a flashlight. While they were busy inspecting, something suddenly emerged from behind the pipeline structure and started running. This creature was hunched over and entirely naked, without any fur on its body. It moved in a really eerie way, with its 2 hands almost touching the ground as it ran. This creature resembled a cryptid monster that might have been lurking around behind these pipelines for some time. Some viewers who watched this video suggested it might be a ghoul, but it didn't quite match the typical appearance of a ghoul, especially because of its strong hunched back. This was indeed a very strange and unsettling encounter. Parents often install nanny cams to keep an eye on their children and ensure their safety. However, in this video, something very eerie and bizarre was captured. The nanny cam recorded this video at 3 in the morning, showing a view of a hallway. In the video, we can hear scratching and banging noises, which are really unsettling. Then, a strange figure's outline appears in the darkness in front. What follows are truly scary sounds, like heavy, anxious breathing and sniffing, as if some possessed animal is breathing nervously. After these strange noises, there's a loud bang, and the room door suddenly opens. As the door opens, the figure goes inside the room, and that's where the video ends. I can only imagine the fear and concern the parents must have felt after seeing this unknown creature wandering around near their children's room like that. If you're not a fan of jump scares or being startled, I should give you a heads up that there's a bit of a jump scare in this dashcam video. In the video, we're looking at the view from a car's dashcam as it's speeding down the road. The car is going really fast and picking up even more speed. Despite this high speed, the driver seems to have good control over the car. But out of the blue, a figure suddenly appears right in front of the car, and there's no time for the driver to brake, so the car goes right through this figure. The strange thing is that this ghostly-looking figure seems to come out of nowhere, and when the car goes through it, there's no sound or impact. After that, the camera goes kind of dark. This ghostly figure had a human-like shape, was wearing a black shirt, had no face, and its whole body looked like a witch. Whether it was a ghost or a person, it's always a good idea to drive slowly and safely. Encountering cryptids and strange creatures is scary enough, but being stalked by one through the woods at night takes fear to a whole new level. This video features a couple recording the nearby woods after hearing strange noises emanating from them.
Not showing up on camera.
There it is. There it is.
There
What
it
is
is.
it? Oh, there's a bunch of them. Where are they? They're blinking, y'all.
Yeah, I see his eyes right there.
Glenn! Glenn!
You see that?
What is that?
When they shine their flashlight towards the source of the noise, they are met with a truly terrifying sight. A pair of eyes staring back at them, blinking eerily. Even their dog senses the unholy presence of this stalking creature hidden in the woods. The stalking eyes move up and down, as if a creepy creature is tilting its head. Some speculate it could be a skinwalker, disguising itself as an animal to stalk humans as potential prey. What do you think it was? Was it just an ordinary animal? Or could it have been something far more sinister? This video was shared by a hiker who claimed to have encountered something unusual in the forest. In the video, the hiker zooms in on an object in the distance. As the camera zooms in, we can see a black figure standing there, resembling a creature. This creature is covered in black fur, and its features are somewhat obscured due to the dense forest. Some may argue that it could be an ape or a gorilla, given the similar coat of fur. However, what sets this creature apart is its size. You can clearly see its upper body and legs, and observe the considerable distance between them. This suggests that the creature is quite massive and stands tall. Unfortunately, due to the dense tree cover, we are unable to get a clearer view of this Bigfoot-like creature. We all enjoy watching wrestlers engage in tough competitions, but have you ever witnessed a man wrestling with a python? This video begins with a python launching an attack on a man, and he skillfully evades the python's wide open mouth. With impressive agility, the man seizes the python by its neck, all while the python continues its attempts to bite him. Once he gains control of the python's neck, he showcases his wrestling prowess by rolling over the python to establish a better grip. The python is determined to consume the man, but is hindered by the neck hold. What adds to the suspense is that as the man rolls over the python's body, the snake attempts to coil around the man, briefly latching onto his shoulder. However, he manages to evade this and emerges as the clear victor. This encounter was undeniably intense, especially considering how the python was relentlessly trying to take a bite out of the man. Nonetheless, we must commend this brave individual for his remarkable python wrestling skills. Things that our human brains struggle to comprehend often tend to unsettle us. And the same goes for encounters with mysterious creatures. In this video, we witness an unknown creature clinging onto a truck tire, leaving the person recording the video utterly confused. The creature in question has a peculiar appearance. A small body, an exceptionally long and thick neck, a lengthy and slender tail, 2 hind legs and 2 front arms. However, what truly adds to the strangeness is when the camera person zooms in on the creature's face. This creature lacks typical facial features like eyes, ears, or nose. It possesses only a mouth filled with incredibly sharp and intimidating teeth. Curiosity gets the better of the person recording, and they cautiously attempt to touch the creature's mouth with a stick to determine if it's real. To their astonishment, as soon as the stick makes contact, the creature swiftly moves its head with lightning speed, causing a moment of sheer fright. Undeterred, the person approaches the creature again, trying to touch it once more with the stick. This time, the creature reacts by twisting its neck and making a lightning-quick bite at the stick. What are your thoughts on what this mysterious, aggressive creature might have been? This video was shared by a farmer on the Creepy Captures subreddit, where he described his encounter with a strange, naked individual on his farm. However, the comments on the post suggested that this was not an ordinary person, but possibly a skinwalker. In the video, we can see a humanoid creature on all fours, sitting in the distance. This creature is entirely devoid of fur, and its features appear mostly human, except for its weird white skin tone and bald head. The creature moves slightly, but then locks its gaze directly onto the person recording the video. Given that the farm is situated at the edge of a forest, it raises the possibility that this creature could be a skinwalker, venturing out in search of food. However, the lingering question remains, for the skinwalker, does the food mean the farmer? This video takes place in India, where a family was enjoying a forest safari, driving along a forest road. Suddenly, they spot an angry and aggressive tiger emerging from the bushes. The tiger's behavior is quite menacing, and it seems ready to attack. The family urges the driver to leave the area, but he initially believes the tiger will back off. However, the situation takes a terrifying turn when the tiger swiftly charges toward them. Its fierce roaring and the intense look on its face send chills down your spine. The driver shouts and screams back at the tiger in an attempt to scare it away, but the tiger continues to chase them. Thankfully, they were in a sturdy jeep which allowed them to make a narrow escape. It's unsettling to think about what might have happened if they had been on a motorcycle or something less secure. This video from Africa shows a strange-looking creature that has people scared. It appears unlike anything familiar, and at first glance it might resemble a baby animal. However, its shape and size don't quite match any known baby animal. As the video continues, we see that it seems like a fawn, with something very strange about its head. It has a large inflated bump that looks painful. Sadly, the deer in the video appears to be deceased, and the bump might be the reason. It seems likely this fawn was born with a tumor on its head, which could have caused its death. The person who filmed this thought it looked so strange. They called it a cryptid, a creature people believe exists, but hasn't been scientifically proven. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in. From unsettling clips of spirits lurking in the darkness, to footage of strange and weird aquatic creatures from the depths of the ocean, and even some clips of bizarre natural phenomena, if you're intrigued by the world of the unexplained, you're in for an extraordinary adventure. scientists and researchers continuously remind us that we've barely scratched the surface of our vast oceans, leaving much of the deep waters shrouded in mystery. However, this video offers a glimpse into the world that awaits us in the depths. Originating from Indonesia, the footage unveils a truly bizarre creature captured by local fishermen. Right from the start, this entity appears otherworldly. It boasts a humanoid torso fused with the lower body and head of a fish. The fish-like mouth, filled with sharp teeth, sends shivers down the spine. It's almost like a mermaid, but at a whole new level. Adding to the intrigue, the creature's humanoid hands seem to be bound behind its back by the fishermen who caught it. While some may argue it's a dummy prop crafted for movie sets or promotional purposes, there's one chilling detail that suggests otherwise: its breathing. Observing its throat moving as it breathes, it becomes evident that this creature is alive. Sure, there's a possibility of mechanical aid creating this illusion, but regardless, the creature's lifelike appearance is undeniably convincing and unsettling. Have you ever heard of the mysterious beast known as the yowie? Similar to Bigfoot, the yowie is said to be a large ape-like creature spotted by numerous hikers and campers in Australia, and this video provides a glimpse of one such encounter. This video was filmed by a camper near Mate's Rest in the Australian outback, and it captures a tense moment in the woods. As the camper investigates some strange sounds near a tree, suddenly the tree comes crashing down. Startled, the camper rushes towards the fallen tree, hoping to uncover the source of the disturbance. To their astonishment, a large humanoid creature covered in hair emerges from behind the trees and quickly disappears into the wilderness. Though the camera only captures a fleeting glimpse of the creature, it bears a striking resemblance to eyewitness descriptions of the yowie, a legendary creature said to inhabit the Australian outback. While many are familiar with Bigfoot, encountering another mysterious creature like the yowie adds a whole new level of fear and mystery to our wilderness. This next clip is one of those moments where our mind questions whether it's just a coincidence, but our eyes beg to differ. Uploaded on Instagram by a user claiming to have captured a real ghostly figure, the video presents a view of the woods from a distance. Everything appears serene until you spot a mysterious black figure standing amidst the trees. Initially, it could be mistaken for a shadow cast by branches or foliage. However, in the video, when an animal, likely a dog, approaches, the figure appears to move. It bears a humanoid appearance with slender legs and a hunched-over body, resembling the silhouette of a petite person. As the dogs pass by, the figure mysteriously vanishes into thin air, leaving us confused and unsettled. To me, this creature appears ghostly or spectral in nature. What are your thoughts on this intriguing sighting? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below. This video serves as a stark reminder why you should always keep your gates locked, even in areas with a supposed 0% crime rate. Captured by a house security camera in India late at night, the footage reveals an unsettling sight. The camera focuses on the entrance gate, which mysteriously stands open. Within moments, a strange humanoid figure strolls in, walking straight into the house before the video abruptly ends. The figure's eerie demeanor and appearance leave viewers unsettled. It possesses a humanoid body, yet devoid of any facial features, and its entire form is ghostly white. The family whose home security camera captured this disturbing event searched every nook and cranny of their house, but found no trace of the intruder. It's a weird and terrifying thought that such a non-human entity could simply stroll into your home uninvited. If I were in their shoes, I'd seriously consider selling the house and moving elsewhere. There's no way I could feel safe knowing something like that had crossed my threshold. Nature has a way of surprising us with its beauty, but sometimes it throws us a curveball that literally makes us wonder if the end of days is near.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué está bien esa nube?
This captivating video from Australia showcases an unusual cloud formation resembling patterns of cotton strewn across the sky. The surreal sight may appear enchanting to some, yet for others, it instills a sense of unease at the unknown. However, fear not. These clouds aren't a sign of impending doomsday. They're actually a rare phenomenon known as mammatus clouds. These clouds are pouch-like structures hanging gracefully in the sky. Despite their ominous appearance, contrary to popular belief, they don't signal the onset of a tornado. Instead, they often appear after the fiercest part of a thunderstorm has passed. Whatever their significance, there's no denying that these clouds look like something straight out of a science fiction movie. Nature never fails to keep us on our toes, offering up wonders that both inspire awe and ignite our imagination. Ever witnessed a showdown in the animal kingdom that ends in a rare double knockout?
Silêncio, silêncio, vem ver. Cara, impressionante, nunca vi isso na minha vida.
Yes, you saw that. They both went down. This video captures a dramatic clash between two formidable adversaries, the mighty crocodile and a slippery mudwater electric eel. The battle kicks off when the croc seizes the eel as it attempts to slither onto land. Despite the eel's attempts to wiggle free, the crocodile's grip remains firm. However, after a few tense moments of struggle, something unexpected happens. The crocodile and the eel both suddenly collapse. Both the eel and the crocodile lie motionless, seemingly rendered unconscious by the intensity of the fight. To me, it appears that the eel succumbed to the crocodile's powerful bite, while the crocodile fell victim to the electric shock delivered by the eel. However, the confusing aspect of this encounter is how a mighty crocodile could be incapacitated by the electric shock of a seemingly small eel. Intrigued by this unexpected outcome, I delved into some research and discovered that a healthy electric eel can produce an astonishing 300-400 volts or more than enough to stop a crocodile's heart in its tracks. So it seems the crocodile picked the wrong opponent that day, resulting in an extraordinary double knockout that defies expectations. If you thought the last encounter was mind-blowing, just wait until you feast your eyes on this one.
And I should have realized that those people that were in front of us, that I was effectively following.
This video, captured in Kansas by a hiker, begins with confusion as the hiker notices other hikers recording something on the ground. Upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that all eyes are fixed on a gripping scene where a showdown between a snake and a tarantula was going on. In this epic battle, the tarantula emerges victorious, effortlessly dragging the snake along with it. The tarantula's grip is strong, and despite the snake's movements indicating it's still alive, it struggles to break free. With remarkable power and force, the tarantula carries its defeated foe, likely intending to enjoy it as a meal later on. Tarantulas are known for their agility and quick reflexes, making them formidable opponents in one-on-one encounters like this. Against such a skilled predator, even a snake, as nimble as the one in the video, stands little chance of emerging victorious. It's a testament to the raw power and cunning of the natural world. I've always had a fear of dark corners and places, and whenever someone questions why, I show them this spine-chilling clip I stumbled upon on Instagram. Filmed in Bangalore, India, the video captures footage from a security camera. As it unfolds, a mysterious figure emerges from the darkness, seemingly trying to conceal itself from the camera's gaze. The figure, resembling a humanoid woman in a white dress, appears translucent, like a ghost or spirit. After lingering in the shadows for a while, the figure suddenly transforms into a flash of smoke and zooms skyward before the video cuts off. Witnessing a spirit materialize and ascend into the sky is undoubtedly a terrifying sight. However, some viewers who have already seen the video are skeptical, labeling it as fake. While I understand their doubts, there are aspects that make me question its authenticity. The transition as the figure ascends feels slightly off, but on the other hand, the seamless blending of the ghost with the background suggests it could be genuine. Regardless of its authenticity, this video gives me another reason for illumination in every corner of my home. After all, who knows what else lurks in the shadows? Imagine stepping outside your home, admiring the beauty of the sky, and deciding to capture it on video. But as you're recording, something catches your eye. A mysterious flying object soaring above your house. Seems terrifying, right? That's exactly what happened in this clip.
What is that?
Hailing from the UK, this video showcases a massive meteoroid-like object gliding through the sky. It's accompanied by a bright trailing light and moves at a relatively slow pace, ruling out the possibility of it being a typical meteoroid. The woman behind the camera was also understandably confused and a bit scared by the sight. This object, shaped like a teardrop, appears remarkably large, even from a considerable distance. I would be scared as well if I saw that on the sky, reminding me that maybe this was the last thing the dinosaurs also observed before their demise. Calling all Bigfoot enthusiasts, this next clip hails straight from Osawatomie, Kansas. This video was captured by a local during his morning jog. The video offers a glimpse of distant fields, with a strange sight among them, where we can see a hairy humanoid figure casually strolling. This figure is covered in thick black fur, and its gait resembles that of a human. While some viewers are quick to dub it the legendary Bigfoot, I remain somewhat skeptical. To me, this being appears more like a human wearing a Bigfoot costume. The creature's height seems notably smaller than typical Bigfoot sightings, and the bagginess of the costume is evident in the video, giving it away. However, I must admit, if there's even a tiny chance that this could be genuine, maybe it's an old and worn-out Bigfoot, then it's certainly a fascinating discovery worth considering. Check out this video and tell me if you'd classify this as a zombie snail or a snail disco party. Those vibrant, psychedelic eyes you just witnessed aren't a natural feature of these snails. In fact, they're the result of a parasitic hijacker known as the green-banded broodsac, which takes over the snail's body. These parasitic worms infiltrate the snail's eye stalks, seize control of its brain, and then pulsate to create the illusion of a dancing caterpillar. It's like something out of a zombie movie, but with a funky disco twist. But how does this parasitic takeover occur in the first place? Well, it all starts when the snail unwittingly encounters the parasite's eggs, often found in bird droppings. Once hatched, the larvae make their way to the snail's tentacles and form a sac. As the sac matures, it grows and eventually replaces the snail's eye stalk, rendering it blind and unable to retract the tentacle back into its body. Frankly, the whole process is equal parts disgusting and terrifying. Who would want to share the planet with creatures like these? Not me. This video serves as a reminder to never underestimate the cunning of wild animals, as they might just outsmart us. This video was captured by, well, you can say a monkey. The footage begins with a tourist innocently setting his camera on a bench before turning his attention to feeding the monkeys in the background. Little does he know, a sneaky monkey seizes the opportunity and snatches the camera, making a swift getaway, despite the tourist's efforts to chase the thief down. The monkey proves to be too nimble. Eventually, the monkey sets the camera down and proceeds to dismantle it, much to the horror of the helpless tourist who watches his expensive gadget being destroyed before his eyes. The monkey, seemingly satisfied with its handiwork, inspects the camera briefly before abruptly ending the recording. It's a bizarre yet strangely captivating spectacle, showcasing the unexpected antics of wildlife. And it serves as a valuable lesson for all tourists. Always secure your belongings, perhaps with a protective band tied securely around your arm, to prevent such incidents from happening again. Taking it back to 2020, this video showcases a truly strange phenomenon unfolding in the skies, leaving many to wonder if it had godly origins. Hailing from Florida, the footage was captured by a driver who noticed a strange, luminous object emerging from behind the clouds. It moved across the sky as if someone were wielding a giant flashlight, casting an ethereal glow. The sight persisted for over a minute before the video abruptly ended. It's a scene reminiscent of something out of a fantasy game, as if the heavens were sending us a rare quest or message. While some may interpret it as a sign from a higher power, a more grounded explanation could be at play. It's possible that sunlight filtering through unusual cloud formations is causing this luminous display, though we lack concrete proof. If you've encountered this strange phenomenon, or have insights to share, feel free to drop a comment below and join the discussion. Some people out there believe in the existence of aliens, claiming they might be lurking beneath the sea disguised as aquatic beings. I've always been skeptical, but videos like this one really make me question my doubts. In this footage from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, we witness a bizarre moment captured by a group of fishermen on their fishing expedition. As one of them records, another showcases a truly bizarre fish they've just reeled in. This fish is unlike anything they've encountered before, sporting a peculiar mouth like opening below its original head. Its body length and features are also far from the norm, but it's that unusual mouth that gives it an otherworldly appearance. With its gooey texture and an oddly shaped tail, it wouldn't be out of place in a sci-fi movie featuring extraterrestrial creatures. While it's possible that this fish is the product of some genetic mutation, mutations can sometimes yield eerie and unsettling results like this one. Now, the real question remains: will the fishermen decide to sell this mysterious catch at the market? Or will they make it disappear, never to be seen again? A trail camera set up to study the deer population in the Canadian woods captured a strange sight that has left researchers with more questions than answers. In the footage, recorded at night, the trail camera captures the tranquil beauty of the forest. However, suddenly there is a movement in the distant darkness, accompanied by a sudden burst of bright light. The deer grazing in the vicinity become startled by the passing of this mysterious entity and become more alert. Upon closer inspection of the footage, it becomes apparent that something out of the ordinary is afoot. Zooming in reveals the presence of a ghostly figure, seemingly carrying a light source, possibly a lantern, as it moves through the woods. Though the sighting is fleeting, it leaves an indelible impression on both the camera and the deer. Also, unlike some videos that could be attributed to computer-generated imagery, the genuine reaction of the deer adds credibility to the sighting. Incidents like these make me hesitant to venture into the forest for pending adventures, as the unknown can be both fascinating and unsettling. Humans have this strange tendency not to back away from danger unless it's right about to hit them. This video perfectly illustrates that, where a group of people stands behind a fence, gazing at the surging sea with massive and furious waves. The waves are already dangerously high, but these folks seem to be ignoring the potential risks, just enjoying the spectacle. Suddenly, the worst unfolds, as the towering waves come crashing, surpassing the fence. As the waves breach the barrier, they start taking everything in their path. Many people get swept away, and then the video abruptly ends. Watching this video only intensifies my fear of the ocean and water. Still, I can't help but be puzzled about why these individuals didn't realize the abnormality of those towering waves and seek safety. The way humans sometimes approach danger leaves me utterly confused. Ever felt like someone's watching you while walking alone? Well, this hiker experienced just that and decided to record what he sensed. In a forest, he felt eyes fixated on him, prompting him to open his camera. What he captured was a black figure peering directly at him from behind a tree. This mysterious being was stalking the hiker, completely unaware of being spotted. The creature, like others we have seen in previous clips, appeared quite humanoid and was covered in thick black fur. To me, it resembled a Bigfoot, but it's hard to say for sure since the video was recorded from a distance, making the facial features less visible. What are your thoughts on this stalking creature? Could it be a Bigfoot? Or might it be something even more terrifying? The video leaves us with a sense of mystery and intrigue about what lurks in the depths of the forest. While on a forest road trip in California, a family encountered an eerie sight captured in front of their car's headlights. As they traversed a desolate forest road, the camera revealed a massive, hairy creature staring directly at them from the dark woods. The creature, covered in thick black fur, exhibited a humanoid posture and body frame. The eerie aspect of the clip lay in the mysterious identity of this creature, which seemed to be patiently waiting in the woods, creating a chilling atmosphere, as if anticipating someone's arrival to carry out its unknown intentions. It is advisable to keep driving in such situations unless faced with an extreme emergency to avoid potential encounters with such unsettling entities. Warning: do not attempt to replicate any actions seen in this video. The footage captured by a hiker in Russia depicts the hiker encountering a bear while exploring the forest. The bear was minding its own business when the audacious hiker approached and kicked it in the back. In response, the bear, initially startled, realized the source of the kick and aggressively charged towards the hiker. Emitting menacing growls and unsettling attack yells, the bear attacked the hiker for a few seconds. The hiker dropped the camera during the attack, but eventually returned to retrieve it. uploading the video later. Despite the scare, the hiker emerged unharmed. This video serves as a stark reminder of the importance of not interfering with nature, especially when dealing with formidable creatures like bears. The Amazon rainforest serves as a captivating habitat for a variety of amazing and rare creatures, and the tourists' capture highlighted one such extraordinary moment. The video taken during an Amazon rainforest tour depicts a massive anaconda gracefully swimming in a swampy lake. The rare spectacle unfolded with the snake positioned directly beneath the tourist's boat. And witnessing this, I couldn't help but feel concerned about their safety, considering an anaconda could easily climb on board. Also, the sheer size and capabilities of these formidable creatures add a chilling factor to the encounter. Although anacondas are common in the Amazon, they can reach an impressive length of up to 30 feet and weigh up to 550 pounds. To put this into perspective, the snake's length is comparable to about 5 kids lying head to foot. The people on the boat were pretty lucky that the snake wasn't in the mood for playing with them, because if it were, this video could have ended in a much more gruesome way. There's a valid reason behind the advice to stay aware of your surroundings while texting outside, and this video serves as a stark illustration. Captured from a news channel helicopter, the footage reveals a massive bear roaming casually through a neighborhood. The bear appears calm, likely in search of food. Meanwhile, a person engrossed in texting walks towards the bear from a nearby alley, completely oblivious to the unfolding situation. As the bear notices the approaching individual, it begins to move closer. The man, still absorbed in his phone, suddenly glances up to find the colossal bear in front of him, shocking him to the core. Fortunately, the bear wasn't in a pursuit mode and left the man unharmed. The incident serves as a chilling reminder of the potential dangers when distracted by texting, emphasizing the importance of staying alert in outdoor environments. I was torn between adopting a dog or a cat as a pet, but after watching this video, my decision became clear. The footage from the YouTube channel Wamiz features a courageous dog defending its owner from a massive brown bear. The bear appears to be charging towards the owner, but the dog stands firm, barking at the bear. The bear, seemingly intimidated by the determined dog, hesitates in its attack and is unable to proceed. The dog continues to hold its ground, barking incessantly and keeping the bear at bay. Eventually, realizing the dog won't back down, the bear retreats into the forest. The dog then returns to its owner, who praises and pets it for its bravery. This video vividly showcases the bravery of canines, highlighting their worth as protective companions, especially if you're looking for a vigilant guardian for your children. There are two types of people in the world: those who believe in aliens and those who have never encountered one. If you fall into the latter category, this video might just flip your perspective 180 degrees. Hailing from the Acadian woods in Canada, the footage captures a strange creature that locals have stumbled upon. The scene unfolds with a stone structure in the woods, on which an unusual alien-like creature is perched. The creature's body resembles that of a grasshopper, while its head evokes the imagery of extraterrestrials from movies, emitting eerie and unsettling noises. This creature has the potential to haunt your nightmares for years. Despite being recorded by vigilant onlookers, the creature doesn't appear agitated or aggressive. It remains calmly seated until the end of the video. The mystery surrounding this cryptid creature deepens, as its characteristics defy any known references. If you have information about this unsettling entity, feel free to share in the comments and enlighten others about its identity. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Dolls, especially the old ones. And this video perfectly illustrates why. The footage is from an unknown person who seems to be inside a dimly lit house. There is also an eerie laughter echoing in the background. And there is a mysterious figure standing in the distance. The cameraman, feeling a bit uneasy, bravely decides to investigate the source of the laughter and cautiously approaches the figure. As he gets closer, it turns out that the mysterious figure was just a doll. However, the laughter persists, and upon closer inspection, two hands become visible behind the doll. Startled, the cameraman quickly checks behind the doll, only to find no one there. Ready to leave, he notices something even more chilling. The doll's pupils move on their own. Frightened, the cameraman makes a swift escape. This video is pretty chilling, and it is reinforcing my fear of dolls being potential hosts for spirits and ghosts. This video has some viewers on edge. It features two friends who were home alone when they heard an unsettling hissing sound coming from their kitchen window. Curious and a little spooked, they peeked through the window and got a real shock.
Your window.
He's coming in the house.
They saw a strange creature, seemingly a mix of dog and human features, peering back at them. One of the friends, understandably terrified, screamed and ran. The video ends abruptly after that. Upon slowing down and pausing the footage, some viewers claim the creature resembles the legendary Michigan Dogman. This creature is said to be a tall, bipedal creature with dog-like features and glowing eyes. Whether it was the Michigan Dogman or something else entirely, the video certainly captures a scary and bizarre encounter. It's important to remember that such encounters are extremely rare and often lack concrete evidence. It's also important to be cautious when encountering unfamiliar situations. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, the safest course of action is to leave the area immediately and seek help from the authorities. This intriguing video comes from a trail camera positioned in a snowy winter woodland. All seems quiet and calm for a while. Suddenly, the tranquility is broken by the appearance of a large creature with wild brown hair, walking on 2 feet. It moves with a deliberate humanoid gait, passing right in front of the camera. The creature closely resembles the legendary Bigfoot. The sight of such a creature in this wintry forest landscape is both captivating and bewildering. It raises the question, could this actually be the elusive Bigfoot often spoken of, but rarely seen? I have to say that the quality of the video is very poor, so I can't make out any features or details. The only thing I can see clearly is its walking, which looks very human. In this unusual video, captured by a surveillance camera, we witness a bear breaking into a house's kitchen. The camera shows the bear skillfully navigating the kitchen, heading straight for the fridge. With remarkable ease, it opens the fridge and rummages through, eventually grabbing a bag of food. Then, the bear makes its exit as casually as it entered, climbing out of the window with its newfound snack. The video switches to an outdoor surveillance camera, which captures the bear retreating back to the woods, bag of food in tow. I have to say that while it's fascinating to see a bear so comfortably navigating a human environment, this is no innocent event. Things can turn out really nasty if an encounter happens. In this intriguing video, people are filming from a bridge, capturing the serene scene of water below, illuminated by the lights reflecting from nearby restaurants. The atmosphere is calm until something unexpected and astonishing happens.
That is exactly how it happens. Oh, here it comes.
From beneath the bridge emerges a massive, strange-looking creature crossing the water. It's notable for its unusual shape and a particularly elongated neck. Unlike any typical aquatic animal, the creature's appearance in the water is so unusual, and I'm not sure what this is. It might be a seal that comes very close, and from the weird lighting, it makes it look like it has an elongated neck. Do you agree? In this video, a man ventures into the woods at night, his only source of light being a flashlight. The darkness adds a sense of mystery to his surroundings. As he walks, he films his journey, capturing the eerie quiet of the nocturnal forest. When he points his camera towards a tree, an unexpected sight appears. A humanoid creature, partially hidden behind the tree, seems to be watching him. Combining it with where they are and at what time makes it a truly nightmare story. Is it a person, perhaps another night wanderer, that tried to scare them with a costume? Or something more mysterious and unexplained? Could it be the rake, considering making these guys one of its snacks? In this intriguing video, somewhere out in Russia, a man is out in the woods during the day with his kid, enjoying the natural surroundings. While filming their adventure, he unexpectedly captures something remarkable on camera. Behind the trees, a large, hairy creature can be seen running. It's huge and notably runs on 2 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to what many people would identify as Bigfoot or a really giant rake. The creature's size and bipedal movement are particularly noteworthy. They are human-like sprints, but also have something animalistic about them, something that will surely scare you to the core if you encountered it. From my perspective, while the footage is fascinating and the possibility of a Bigfoot or rake sighting is thrilling, it's also likely that there could be a more practical explanation. Could this video be fake? This video takes us inside a hen house, where an unexpected visitor, a fox, has made its way in. The camera captures the fox cautiously observing the hens, embodying the classic predator-prey scenario. Initially, the fox leaves without causing any disturbance. However, moments later, it returns with a more determined approach, leaping from the top of the henhouse in an attempt to catch a hen. Despite its efforts, the fox fails in its first few attempts. In a subsequent try, the fox successfully grabs a hen and bites it. But the hen manages to escape, evading the fox's grip, ultimately leaves the henhouse without any prey. I know the struggles of farm life, and I am sure the owners were pleased of the outcome, considering that a determined fox could have killed all the animals there. But they must also be concerned for the future. From the unique perspective, this video shows the strength that nature has. The scene unfolds with the tornado's fierce winds forcefully moving a football goalpost, spinning it in circles. The sheer strength of the tornado is evident in its ability to effortlessly manipulate such a large and sturdy object. Showcasing the natural phenomenon's might and the mesmerizing yet destructive dance it performs with the objects in its path. These natural phenomena are amazing, and the proximity of the filmer to the tornado adds a palpable sense of danger. The video, possibly captured by a surveillance camera or a bystander from the side of the road, showcases a heart-stopping moment that unfolds like a miracle. It features a man who is seated beside his motorbike on the roadside, seemingly taking a break. Out of nowhere, a dramatic turn of events occurs. A bulldozer, which is moving along the road, unexpectedly veers to the left, heading directly towards the man and his motorbike. In a twist of fate, another vehicle coming from the opposite direction intervenes at the crucial moment. This car collides with the bulldozer, effectively altering its path and preventing it from hitting the biker. The impact between the car and the bulldozer creates a narrow escape for the biker, who is miraculously spared from what could have been a catastrophic incident. Although this could have ended up in a better way if the bulldozer driver was paying more attention, I think this was pure luck. The video is filmed by a woman from within an animal enclosure, capturing an unusual encounter between a kangaroo and an emu bird. The scene unfolds with the kangaroo circling the bird, an action that suggests it's gearing up for a confrontation, seemingly over a dispute related to food, specifically some leaves from a tree branch that have fallen to the ground. As the kangaroo tries to eat the leaves, the emu attempts to approach, likely aiming to share the spoils. However, the kangaroo appears to be in no mood to share, showing signs of aggression. The tension escalates into a skirmish between the two, with the kangaroo using its physical prowess to assert dominance over the situation.
Ooh, boxing and hissing.
Intriguingly, during the altercation, two more emus enter the scene, possibly drawn by the commotion or with the intent to join the fray over the food. Despite the numerical disadvantage, the kangaroo stands its ground and ultimately prevails, maintaining control over the contested leaves.
And hissing.
I think the woman was brave to sit so close to those animals while fighting, given the aggressiveness of the kangaroo. This underwater video reveals a fascinating deep-sea creature that looks like something out of an alien movie. The animal has a unique round body, from which multiple extremely long and slender appendages extend. As the video continues, there's a captivating moment where the creature's long appendages fold in a manner that suggests flexibility and coordination. Following this, the creature makes contact with the sea floor and begins to crawl, utilizing its tentacle-like feet in a manner that's both intriguing and eerie. The way it moves is mesmerizing, showcasing the adaptability and peculiar locomotion of deep-sea life forms. These deep-sea life creatures are terrifying. They feed the thalassophobia of many people. Reddit is a treasure trove for discovering some of the most chilling and strange videos, and this particular one is no exception. The footage follows two friends exploring an unknown location in the dead of night, armed with their flashlights. Their journey leads them to a sewer entrance where they unexpectedly encounter a strange creature attempting to scale the metal fence.
Dude. Okay.
Witnessing this enigmatic being, both friends immediately bolt away, their screams echoing in the darkness.
We're going. Dude, we gotta go! Dude, he's booking it! Go! Dude, my light's not working.
As they put some distance between themselves and the creature, they glance back and continue recording, revealing that the creature seemed to chase them for a short distance. The encounter is undeniably terrifying, leaving us to ponder the motives behind the friends' nocturnal adventure. You've probably heard of Bigfoot, but did you know there's a cousin of Bigfoot known as the skunk ape? The skunk ape is a large, hairy, human-like creature said to live in the forests and swamps of the southeastern United States, particularly in Florida. In this video, which was captured by a tourist exploring the Florida swamps, something is seen moving among the distant trees. Initially, this creature appears ape-like, but upon closer inspection, it seems larger than a typical ape and walks with a human-like posture. It's covered in thick black fur. To me, this sighting resembles the skunk ape, or perhaps even the mighty Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on this encounter? This video was uploaded on TikTok by a user who claimed to have accidentally captured something on the car's rear backup camera. In the video, the uploader explains the situation and shares what he's about to show us. Then, he shows a video where the car is in the middle of dense woods. From their voices, we can tell that there are 3 friends in the car, including the uploader, who is driving. One of their friends is extremely anxious and scared, believing they are stuck in the dark woods. The other friends try to calm him down while they back up the car. Suddenly, a growl and something hitting the car can be heard as they were reversing.
I will, we'll be alright.
This is
We're gonna be
ridiculous.
alright.
It's fucking pitch black at night, for fuck's sake.
We'll be
We don't
alright.
need to be out here.
We're not gonna get stuck.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You can't even see way out, man.
You guys being pussies about it.
What the fuck's that?
This startles the already anxious friend, and the video ends. The video is quite strange, because we didn't see this creature in the rear camera, but we heard a growl and the car being hit. The growl sounded like it came from a dogman creature, but we can't say for sure without further evidence. One of our childhood dreams was to see a real-life mermaid, but our parents told us they didn't exist in real life. However, this video challenges that belief. In this video, we see an ocean view with a fishtail, fin wobbling around. What's strange about this tail fin is its narrowness compared to a regular fish, and it resembles a mermaid's tail. But I'm still skeptical about this being a genuine mermaid, dolphin, or any other fish. You can see the shape of 2 human legs, which likely means it's a costume. However, the strange thing is, if it were a costume, how can this person hold their breath underwater for such a long time, while also flapping the tail like that? This video was posted by a mom on Facebook, and it depicts a truly frightening and unsettling encounter within their own home. In the video, we see a little girl who appears frightened, and her mom, who is recording, is consoling her. The mom is a designer and has many mannequins in her room, which might seem strange to some, but they're accustomed to it. However, the daughter is terrified because she saw something under the closet door. The mom opens the closet to investigate, and she's a bit startled to see a mannequin standing right in front of her. After checking the closet and closing it, her daughter still looks at the closet door, now even more fearful. Suddenly, the mom glances behind her and notices the door is wide open with the mannequin standing there. The mannequin starts wobbling and then falls to the floor. Witnessing this, the mother and daughter quickly run from the room. This was an extremely unsettling experience, and I'm genuinely concerned about the daughter's mental well-being. I would strongly advise the mother to consider removing these mannequins, especially since the one in the closet appeared to be acting strangely. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.